Most people highlight useful passages, then still ask AI from an empty chat window. That creates the same problem every time. Paste text, explain context, lose the source trail, repeat. The better workflow is to let your AI assistant ask your Highlyt library directly. Claude, ChatGPT, or any tool-aware AI workspace can become a reading partner when it can search your actual highlights. The question changes from, "What should I paste?" to, "What have I already read that answers this?" This video shows how Highlyt turns your highlights into source-backed AI answers. The connection layer is what makes this useful. Inside Highlyt, your documents, shelves, highlights, color meanings, links, and page text are exposed as structured context. In the product, that means your AI client can browse your reading library instead of waiting for pasted excerpts. It can find the right document, pull the relevant highlights, understand why a color matters, and keep page references attached. So the interface can look like Claude, ChatGPT, or a Perplexity-style answer page. But the source of truth is still your Highlyt library. You are not uploading a random dump. You are giving the assistant a controlled way to read your notes. Now ask a real question, not a generic prompt. For example, what if I highlighted about go-to-market strategy for a YouTube launch? The AI can first list the documents in that shelf, then search highlights and page content for matching ideas. It can answer with a table of documents, authors, pages, and the specific passages that matter. This is the moment the chat interface becomes more like a research console. You get an answer grounded in your own reading, not the model's memory. The important part is that a highlight is not just text. Highlyt sends the color meaning with it. Claim, evidence, question, tension, example, or whatever labels you defined. That lets the assistant separate proof from curiosity, objections from useful quotes, and notes from source text. When it searches your library, it can filter for highlighted passages, full-page text, metadata, or one shelf. A normal search gives matches. A structured Highlyt search gives matches with intent. That is why the answer can say, "Here are the claims, here is the evidence, and here is what is still unresolved." The second upgrade is links. If one highlight supports another, contradicts it, expands it, questions it, or simply belongs near it, Highlyt keeps that relationship. When the AI answers, it can follow those connections instead of treating every highlight as an isolated quote. That matters for hard questions like, "Which papers disagree with my thesis?" or "What evidence supports this claim?" It can move from one passage to the connected evidence and return a more useful answer. This is where your knowledge graph becomes practical inside chat. A good answer should come with receipts. Highlyt gives the AI document titles, authors, page numbers, highlight text, comments, color meanings, and linked context. So the response can say, "This claim comes from page 8, this objection comes from another source, and this question remains open." The assistant can also summarize connected clusters when several highlights form one theme. That is the difference between a confident answer and a source-backed answer. You can still disagree with the AI, but you can inspect exactly where the answer came from. The connection is not only read-only. When you want help organizing a chapter or transcript, the assistant can read page text, create new text highlights, and build links between them. That means you can ask it to mark important passages from a section, then connect the claims to evidence and open questions. You stay in control of the judgment, but the repetitive organization work gets faster. For teams doing research, content, or literature reviews, this turns AI into a structured research assistant instead of a paste box. The output is not just a chat answer. It is a better organized Highlyt library. The workflow is simple. Read and highlight in Highlyt. Give colors meaning. Link ideas when they belong together. Then ask your AI client questions from that structured library. Search becomes source-backed. Answers keep page numbers. Links keep reasoning intact. You can use Claude, ChatGPT, or any AI workspace that can connect to your tools. The point is not which chat window you prefer. The point is that your own highlights become the context the AI reasons from.